Located at the southeast corner of the Temple Mount hangs empty scaffolding. The Islamic Waqf had repair crews placing cement between the ancient stones, attempting to arrest the recent swelling of the wall. Experts say this ancient wall is now in danger of collapsing. The archaeological community point to the Muslim excavation work on the Temple Mount as the cause. Within the Holy Mount are huge underground halls, said to be dating back to the time of King Herod. Traditionally known as Solomon's Stables, the vaults and pillars support the southeastern court of the Temple Mount platform. This structure is one of the world's most prominent ancient archaeological treasures. Recently, however, it has been converted into a mosque. Ignoring Israeli law, the Islamic Waqf went about construction without proper archaeological supervision. The Marwani Mosque extends over a subterranean area of 1.5 acres and is now the largest in Israel. After completion of Marwani, Islamic authorities opened an emergency exit to the new mosque. Large-scale bulldozing ripped a gaping hole 18,000 square feet in size and up to 36 feet deep into the heart of the Temple Mount. Tons of ancient fill was dumped into the Kidron Valley.
Here we see a modern dumping area of debris which originates in an archaeological crime which took place upon the Temple Mount. One can sort through this material and collect the pottery and do some statistics. But this is again loss of the evidence. We do not know the context wherefrom this material came. If it would have been excavated properly according to standards which are agreed upon by archaeologists all around the world, then you would have proper results of superimposed layers representing the different periods in the history of Jerusalem. I collected pieces here as Middle Bronze Age, 1 or 2 pieces. There is Iron Age material, First Temple period. There is material from the Hellenistic period. There is material from the early Roman, the late Roman, the early Christian, Byzantine period, the early Arabic, and the later Arabic till the Turkish Ottoman time up till modern times.
One of the most important artifacts recovered from the dump is archaeological evidence of a stately gate, probably from the Roman period. It is possible that this could have been from one of the entrances into the temple itself. Yet having been discarded with no regard for historical value, no one can determine where this stone actually stood or its original use.
The idea that they had to have an emergency exit to the Mani prayer hall was acceptable, I think, even to most of us. The problem is how they went about doing the work. You've lost the best opportunity ever to understand the history of the Temple Mount through excavation, and that's is a great shame.
In many Arab towns in Israel, the symbolism of al-aksa transcends religious and secular lines. At the main entrance of al-Fakhm, the billboard warns al-Aksa is in danger. It is here that the fundamentalist Islamic movement sounds out the rallying cry defending Muslim sovereignty of al-Aksa. Sheikh Saleh Lutfi, one of the leaders of the movement, mobilizes support. Ensuring Islamic control, he and others raise millions in donations, carrying out projects like Marwani.
As a minority in Israel, we the Muslims, Arabs living within the Green Line, decided to act and began to seriously renovate without informing anyone. We did it quickly and finished this project in a short period. We as Muslims did things in this way because we know from our experience in Israel to create facts first. We learned this during the past 50 years from our interaction with the Israelis. We know we cannot realize our religious, social, or political rights by request. We have to act and sacrifice. We have to sacrifice our resources and recently even our lives.
The goal is beyond any doubt obvious and clear. It is Islamization of the Temple Mount and creating facts. The Temple Mount, I think, is property of civilized people and property of mankind. It is not the property of Islam, for sure. It should be open to Muslim worshippers. It should have the mosques, and they should have their presence undisturbed. But on the other hand, they should understand that the plan to make the whole Temple Mount into one large mosque, as they regard it, is impossible.
I can't understand those that speaking now about the Israeli responsibility for the al-Aqsa Mosque, or the American responsibility, or the Christians' responsibility for the al-Aqsa Mosque. Everyone in the Islamic world will not accept this idea. Al-Aqsa Mosque must be under the responsibility of the Muslims, only the Muslims.
In the heart of the Jewish quarter of Jerusalem's Old City stands a golden menorah. It was manufactured to precise specifications from ancient biblical sources. Not since the Romans carried off the temple goods has Jerusalem seen this symbol of Israel's glory come to life. Challenging what they say are a tide of Islamic desecrations on the Temple Mount are a number of Jewish organizations that are making preparations to fulfill their dream of a third temple. To this end, the Temple Institute in Jerusalem is dedicated to the spiritual and physical preparation of the Third Jewish Commonwealth, raising public awareness through lectures